Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail of this video, we're still in the fall time over here in the Thompson household. So what we're going to be doing in this video, I wanted to share a bunch of cozy fall drinks that I've been trying throughout the season before I moved on to my holiday content. Now I know November 1st is like the official start of the holiday season. It's like we go from happy summer to, oh my gosh, I'm glad it's finally fall, then happy Halloween, then Merry Christmas. There's still a lot of fall left in the season for me, y'all, and I'm gonna enjoy it. And the way I'm gonna enjoy it is by cozying up with some of these fall drinks that I'm gonna be showing you. So I had to share them before I moved on to my Christmas content. I have 8 drinks that I'm gonna show you today. 4 of them are non-alcoholic, and then the other 4 have alcohol in them. So if you don't drink, you can easily modify these drinks by taking the alcohol out. As a matter of fact, I modified a lot of them myself, whether it be changing the alcohol in them, changing some of the other ingredients, or even changing the glass or the mug that they're in. And I found a lot of these recipes on Pinterest, here on YouTube, just scoured the internet trying to find cozy fall drinks to try during this season. And another quick note about all of the drinks, I'm not using any pumpkin in any of the recipes, absolutely none whatsoever, because I myself do not like pumpkin. I'm a sweet potato girl. So a couple of these recipes do use pureed sweet potato, but if you don't like sweet potato, you don't have to add it. You can easily add pumpkin in its place. And if you don't like pumpkin or sweet potato, just delete them all together. So yeah, y'all, I won't bore you with a long intro. We're gonna get into these drinks, but just know that my Christmas content is coming up after this video. But let me know if you like any of these drinks, if you plan on trying any of them. I will leave the recipe to all the drinks down in the description box, and I'll try my best to link any tools or glassware that I use in this video. So yeah, if you still want to see how I make these cozy fall drinks, then keep on watching. Okay, so the first drink is my version of a brown sugar shaken espresso, and we're going to start by making our own brown sugar syrup. And so what you're going to need is a 1/2 cup of brown sugar, a 1/2 cup of water, however much vanilla you like, and then stir it all until it's nice and smooth and syrupy. And then when that's done, we're going to sit it to the side, and we're going to move on to the rest of what this drink entails. This will be the first drink I show you that uses sweet potatoes. So you're going to take a spoonful of pureed sweet potato, some of that brown sugar syrup that we just made, however much you want, some heavy cream, and then I found this maple brown sugar creamer at the grocery store nearby, and we're going to whisk that and set it to the side as well. Now we're ready to pull our shot of espresso for this drink so we can do the shaken part of this drink. So in your shaker, you're going to fill it with ice, add that shot of espresso that you just made, some more of that yummy brown sugar syrup that we just made, add a bit more of that maple brown sugar creamer that we just used, and then we're going to shake. Now fill your coffee glass with ice, strain that wonderful coffee that we just made into the glass, and then pour that sweet potato foam right over the top. Y'all, this drink is so good. Just looking back at the footage, I want to go make another one right now. And then just for an added touch at the end, I have this cinnamon, nutmeg, and sugar mixture that I have. Sprinkled that on the top, added my straw, and voila. We've made our own homemade brown sugar shaken espresso with a sweet potato cold foam on top. This next one was my favorite drink before I ever started making coffee. a caramel apple spice. So we're gonna start just like they do in Starbucks, and we're gonna drizzle the inside of our mug with caramel sauce. And then in your steaming cup, we're gonna steam some apple cider. So whatever brand you like, we're gonna steam that. And I almost forgot to add my cinnamon dolce syrup. I'm gonna steam that along with my apple cider. And then we're gonna pour that steamed apple cider into the mug that we just filled with the caramel syrup. And then we're gonna move on to making the topping for this drink, in which you'll need more heavy cream, more of that cinnamon dolce syrup, which is the staple for this. And then you're just gonna whisk it until it's nice and fluffy. Then you're gonna add the whipped cream that you just made to the top of your steamed apple cider drink. Add a bunch more of that caramel syrup, just drizzle it all over the top. And there you have it, your very own caramel apple spice that you didn't have to go out and buy. You can cozy up in your own home, and I promise you this tastes exactly like what you can go to the coffee shops and buy. The next drink I have is simply called sweet potato coffee, and it's so easy to make. You're just gonna need more of that sweet potato puree, some heavy whipping cream, and some more of that brown sugar syrup we made at the beginning, and you're gonna whisk that and sit it to the side. I pulled 2 long shots of espresso for this drink and added some of my salted caramel syrup to it. And you could actually use regular coffee for this as well. Then I added that sweet potato foam to the top, dusted it with some cinnamon sugar, and we're done. And I actually sipped on this one that morning while I sat at my desk and watched some Christmas YouTube videos. This next drink I'm calling a ginger apple mixer, and so what you'll need for that is a shaker full of ice cubes again, some more of your yummy apple cider, sprinkle some cinnamon and sugar in there, and shake it really well. Now, I was gonna use the copper martini glass you see in the background, but I decided that since I wanted this one to be really decorative and pretty and festive, that I would use this pumpkin-shaped Moscow Mule glass that I have. And you're just gonna fill that and then finish it off with the top with some fizzy ginger ale, and then decorate with a sprig of mint and some star anise. It's a really refreshing drink, y'all, especially when the fizz actually fizzes in your ginger ale. And this one is one that'll translate over into the holidays. I plan on trying this drink with the Sprite that has the cranberry in it. And then instead of mint, you can garnish with rosemary, and it'll give it that really festive holiday feel. All right, so it's later in the evening and we're moving into the more adult beverages, and I'm calling this one mulled cider wine. So you're gonna take a cup of your favorite wine, a cup of apple cider, and a shot or 2 of your favorite bourbon, and mix those together well. You're gonna give that wine mix a really good stir and then pour it into your favorite wine glass, and that's it. It's got that mulled wine coloring to it, and actually you could try this during the holidays as well by adding orange slices, some cinnamon sticks, and star anise. And I went ahead and added an apple slice to this glass, which was totally unnecessary, but it made it feel even more like the fall time. The next drink we're calling an apple cider whiskey sour, and oh my gosh, this one was so good I made it twice that night. So what you're gonna need for this drink is 2 ounces of your favorite bourbon, an ounce of apple cider, a half a lemon squeeze, about a tablespoon of maple syrup, and then give it a really good shake. Once we finally pour this drink up, we're going to garnish it with a slice of apple and a cinnamon stick. So go ahead and get your apple sliced and rub both sides of it with a piece of lemon so that your apple won't brown on you. To make this drink feel even more bougie, pull out your best bourbon glass, a large round ice cube, and fill it with your apple cider whiskey mix, and then garnish it with that apple slice and a cinnamon stick. I had to sit out on my patio and have this drink, y'all, because it was so good. But I immediately came back in after I made the second one because we had tornado weather that night and I did not want to be caught outside. But it was so good and you guys are gonna love it. This next drink is called a Vodka Latte, and it's just as good as the previous drink. So we're gonna start by crushing up some vanilla cookies that we're gonna use in just a second to garnish the rim of our glass. So in a shaker full of ice, you're gonna need 1.5 ounces of vodka, an ounce of coffee liqueur, a shot of espresso, about 1/2 ounce of coffee creamer, and we're gonna shake that until it's mixed really well. I thought about this after I did this. Instead of drizzling the caramel sauce around the glass, I should have just drizzled a bunch of it on another plate and dipped the glass in there and then dipped it in the cookie crumbs. But I can make this drink again and I can try that method. But after you get the garnish put on, you're gonna pour in your vodka latte, and then there you have it, a nice sweet treat with an adult kick to it. I garnished this drink with a couple of coffee beans, but next time I make it, I think I'll actually put one of the cookies on the rim. And we're gonna end the night with one of my absolute favorites. This one is salted bourbon coffee. So we're gonna brew this bourbon maple coffee that I bought from Home Goods in my French press and set it to the side. While we're waiting on the coffee to finish brewing, we're going to go ahead and make the cold foam to go on top. So I'm using heavy whipping cream, my caramel syrup, and a couple of sprinkles of the cinnamon nutmeg sugar that I made. So again, in one of your best bourbon glasses and another large round ice cube, you're going to take 1.5 ounces of peanut butter whiskey, 1.5 ounces of coffee liqueur, and then top it off with the bourbon coffee we just brewed. Add that yummy sweet cold foam that we just made, some more cinnamon, and a couple of tiny pieces of coarsely ground sea salt to add that yummy texture and flavor at the end.
You just put a splash in it.
Just a splash.
Yeah. Comments. Ms. Thompson, who was that making that drink? He made a good one.
Eric, you want to be in the video, just say it.
That time you that day to make a video,
They loved it.
she thought she was a star.
She really did. I know I've probably said all of these drinks are my favorite, but I really think this one truly is, because I got to sip on it the rest of the evening and spend some time with my hubby. So I hope you guys enjoyed these drinks. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite or which one you might try. I thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.